New at 6, 10 TV is uncovering what fuels much of the crime in our country and Ohio: illegal weapons, drugs, and counterfeit goods.
Well, U.S. Customs and Border Protection says in a typical day, that's right, in a typical day, agents nationwide seize nearly 5,000 pounds of drugs and $9 million worth of counterfeit goods. Also, illegal weapons being shipped into our state.
Tonight, Crime Tracker 10's Angela Ann got an inside look at the agents keeping you safe here in Ohio to make sure none of that gets into your neighborhood.
While most of us are sleeping, this is happening.
Math. I'm going with math.
And we see thousands and thousands and thousands of shipments every day. And my team are experts at sniffing out and finding that stuff that doesn't need to come into the United States.
Director Richard Gillespie is talking about the Customs and Border Protection officers who work overnight at the Port of Cincinnati.
It's a game of hide and seek every day.
Their sole mission is to protect your family from harm. Barely 2 hours into their midnight shift,
This is something we see quite frequently. We see the parts because it's easier to conceal, easier to smuggle. And obviously when we're using x-rays or non-intrusive inspection, the image of a complete weapon is going to be very clear to us. It appears that something is concealed inside the tubes.
That there is a barrel for an AR platform weapon.
A lot of times we'll find smugglers ship individual parts and then assemble the weapon at final destination.
Do you ever think about like you're protecting people back home?
Absolutely. Marion is obviously impacted by the opioid epidemic. It's a small town in Ohio. So the work that we do here impacts my hometown. So obviously there's passion involved there.
the Port of Cincinnati is located just over the Ohio River in northern Kentucky. It is one of 328 ports of entry throughout the country and one that receives international cargo. From counterfeits to ketamine, Chief Eric Zeiselman says he has seen it all.
I've opened shipments with dead baby cobras inside. We've found shipments of smuggled horned lizards out of South Africa that were living. We've found Indian box turtles. We've found, any possible narcotic you can think of. We found it. It all comes through here.
Zeiselman says it never stops. Neither do they.
Here we have some counterfeit auto parts. Something like this could be very dangerous, placed into a vehicle, install it in your vehicle. Next thing you know, your engine's on fire or something else to that effect.
Over the next few hours, 10 TV witnessed the many methods criminals use to infiltrate our safety in some way.
Oh, it looks like a puzzle set with some sort of non-puzzle-like item.
500 grams of marijuana hidden as a birthday present, times 2.
You can see this image right here.
And just before we wrapped up for the night, CBP agents say they knew, based on the shipping and routing, that something didn't smell right with this horse saddle.
There you go, immediately blue.
That's a pretty positive test.
Good job, guys.
The tally, nearly 1.5 kilos of meth.
Smugglers will do just about anything to try and get their shipments into the country. So that's why we're here, to protect America from terrible narcotics like this.
This is a win right here.
Absolutely. You finish a night like this, it's always a good night.
So here's the thing. This is just a small glimpse of the thousands of packages this team checks every night. They also stop invasive plants, food, animals from coming in without the proper permits. You'll see some of the biohazards stopped at Ohio's borders on 10tv.com. Back to you.